Today we will be testing the adaptive super trend with floating levels.
But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon.
Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the adaptive super trend with floating levels. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 707 indicators, with 284 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Okay, so today's indicator is the adaptive super trend with floating levels, and you can see it here on screen. And so essentially it is the standard super trend. There isn't much changed as far as the super trend line itself. So if we go up here, type in super trend, add that to the screen there, you can see that again, it basically is exactly the same as the adaptive super trend. There's a slight difference to it, I guess. There are a few moments where it varies off the standard one just so slightly, but not by much. Just kind of looking at the, yeah, there, like I said, every now and then you'll see where it just slightly varies, like right here. But all in all, again, it is just your standard super trend. And so the difference, though, is going to be the floating levels part, which I thought was rather interesting. And so you can see that we basically have this cloud, kind of similar to like the Ichimoku system, where we have this cloud kind of following along, kind of floating there, as the name implies, along with the super trend. And so that gives us a little bit of an opportunity to test this in a different way than we tested the standard super trend. And so, of course, well, I went ahead and exited out of screen. The standard super trend, we'll go ahead and add it back just so that way, again, we can kind of take a look at the differences. So your standard super trend looks like this, where basically anytime price is above the super trend, then it creates this kind of color cloud here that fills in all the way up to price action. And same way when price is below, kind of fills in all the way down to price action. The other one, the adaptive super trend, the cloud, it doesn't quite do that, that fill-in actually acts as this cloud right here that separates itself from the price action itself. And so again, that gives us an opportunity. So what we can do is instead of just taking every switch of the super trend from when it switches to green, we would go long. When it switches to red, we would go short. Again, that's kind of your standard way of doing it. What we're going to do is when it switches to green, we are going to wait until the super trend breaks out above that green cloud or that cloud to the upside. And then we are going to go long. Anytime the super trend switches to red, we are waiting for price action to break out below the cloud. Then we are going to go short. So that's kind of the setup we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of it. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal right here. We get that switch in the super trend like we were talking about, and then you can see that we get our break below that cloud right here. We get a little bit of a push to the downside. That's just enough to get us to our take profit. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, the next signal that we pick up is a long signal. You can see that right here. We get our switch in the super trend to the green. Price is above it there, and you can see that price breaks out above that cloud right here. Get a little bit of a push to the upside, almost to our target. We then get this correction pullback, and then it glances off the top of the cloud here and continues to push up rather nicely there. That one also getting us to our take profit. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the testing. That way things won't get too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. All right, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Scroll back a little bit. There we go. Let's go ahead and count it out and see what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 trades within the 1 year's time. A decent amount of trades. Definitely wish we had more. And it looks like we have 8 winners, only 1 loser. So not bad at all. That did really well. Yeah, I mean, what can we say? Using it this way definitely protected a few of the other what would have been losing trades. I did go back in and add in 1 extra trade back here. So I realized that if we're using the cloud breakout as our entry into the market, then we should also have that set up kind of as a continuation. And so, for example, we enter in here, we got to our take profit, we then exit the trade, the super trend stays in the red, price pulls back into the cloud, and then breaks out to the downside one more time. That would also be another valid entry. to then enter in. And so those were a few of the trades that we took there. I think 2 of them were kind of the continuation style trades. I don't remember what the original Supertrend did off the top of my head. I can't remember if it met the 60%, and if it did, I can't remember exactly by what percentage. But this is a really, really decent result here, getting 8 wins out of the 9 total trades. And so super solid, can't complain about that one. This one is definitely going to go on the yes list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.